I lost my cat very recently. I can tell you a lot of reasons about why that hurt me so much, how special she was and how she was my first pet, but I feel like it's very irrelevant because loss and grief is not related to how others perceive it. If you're not in it, if you're not going through it, it is so hard to empathize with. It's different for everyone, but one thing that's in common is that it's just really hard. Going through this loss, I came to a lot of realizations, and today I woke up telling myself that I wanted to make a video about it. I'm at a point in my life where I'm just doing what I think will make me happy, so I'm here making a video about it. If you told me this a couple days ago, I would feel me doing this video is not sincere. It belittled the way, like the really deep way that I felt about the situation. It made it look like I wasn't as sad as I am. But going through this video, I think I'm gonna share how my thoughts changed and how when you're feeling the worst, I feel like one of the easiest ways to feel better is by thinking that you're helping somebody, and maybe I need to feel that. I need to feel like I'm helping somebody else to feel better. So one of the hardest things, but one of the things I constantly have to remind myself is just be compassionate. Just let yourself feel things. And if it's happiness, feel it. Just feel it, because there'll come a time where you'll be so sad about the situation. Happiness wouldn't be a choice. So if it is a choice now, why feel shame about it? I felt like no matter what I did, I was not able to convey how much I was hurt, but at the same time, there was a piece of me that just wanted to feel better. But if I did the things to feel better and felt a little better, I felt a lot of guilt. Maybe I will look back and watch this video and feel like, oh, I did not mourn her enough. 2 weeks time, I was already doing a video. Maybe there'll be people who watch this video and think if she truly cared, she'll be in a worse place. Maybe my friends will see this and think that I'm doing better than I am. This video is just one example. I was with my friends over the weekend and we laughed a lot. We hung out, we had a good time. Does that mean that I wasn't hurting? Does that mean I'm over it? No, it's just I also wanted to feel good, and I felt good with my friends around, but I'm constantly having these thoughts that I'm judging myself for the way I'm feeling about it. But it's not helping anyone. It's not helping me, for sure. If you can feel happy, find a way to do that, do it. The next thing that I've realized and I've been telling myself is don't pick easier emotions. Anger is the easier emotion to deal with than sadness. The sadness, you feel like there's nothing you can do. It's a state of you have to just accept what it is, and that doesn't alleviate any pain. Anger is different. Anger makes you feel like you could do things about it. You could hit things, you could yell at someone, somehow you could act on it. And with that, I found myself feeling angry towards a lot of different things. Feeling angry towards past things that were completely irrelevant because I had nothing else to be angry about. I found myself being angry at friends. I got angry if they didn't call. I got angry if they called and said something. I got angry at my husband the most. It's because she was our cat. So I needed to feel something that wasn't sadness. So anger was an emotion I was more familiar with. It was easier. So when I'm feeling angry these days, I ask myself, am I truly angry? Or am I just uncomfortable, sad, and I'm trying to find a way to let go of these emotions, and anger comes easy. The third thing that we did, even though we did not plan for it, it kind of happened by chance, was being around people who understood our grieving process. Had this plan to go to a cabin with some of our friends, and actually the day before I kind of had a small breakdown where I said I don't want to go. I don't want to be with people. Like, what kind of person I am. I'm leaving my home. I'm gonna go have fun somewhere. Like, I won't even be fun. But I'll tell you what happened. We went and I laughed. I laughed a lot. I had a great time. But throughout this, I kind of had this question mark in my head that was connecting to the first point. Do these people now think like that I'm completely fine, that I forgot everything, that I'm laughing so everything is good? Because one of the biggest wants of humans is that we want to be understood, and that just was one part of what I was feeling. It wasn't my whole thoughts. When I laid in bed, still I had thoughts that kept me up. But one of my friends said something that made me feel so heard, so understood. We got back. She called me and checked up on me. And she said that, hey, I know we had a great time, we laughed a lot, but I know this is a process. You might have felt good when you're with us and when we're seeing a new place, but I know that you might go back home and get overwhelmed with a lot of the emotions, a lot of memories. And that was so valuable because I felt understood. I felt like they realized that this was a process and that it wasn't easy. And being around friends like that really makes this whole process a lot easier. I wouldn't say less painful, but a lot easier, and you feel a lot less lonely, because I do think loss and grief just makes you feel so much more lonely. The next point is also about people in our lives. Everybody helps in a different way. Everybody has different strengths and everybody has different capabilities. So do not expect all the people in your life to understand you the same level or understand every part of this process you're going through, but trust that they will care and that they will do things that they know how to do or that they think will help. In this time, I had some friends who didn't even want to mention the loss to me, and at first I was offended. But then I realized they just think that that's a better way to handle this. And maybe that's how they would want it to be. Those people would still check in on me, just not maybe in the way that I thought would be perfect. But it didn't matter. I know that they cared. And once I was a little bit distanced, I could really see that. One of my friends sent me a couple of job postings and said, would you like me to refer you? It may feel very different and interesting, but I just feel like everybody wanted to help. But loss and grief is so hard for people to go through, but very also hard for people to help somebody else go through, that they just did what they think they were capable of or what they think they would have wanted. While you're being compassionate with yourself, while you're giving yourself that space, kind of try to see what people are trying to give you, and it may be far from perfect, but at least it will remind you again that you're not alone, because I think one of the hardest things throughout this process is feeling like no one understands you. That is the true feeling of loneliness. Once you feel good enough to get up, try to get back into your routines. Routines help us in good times, routines help us in bad times. And when I say try to get back into routines, the biggest thing to pay attention to is that it is going to be hard, it is going to be difficult, and it's going to feel getting into a routine is like, okay, the morning process is over, but it's far from truth. The thing is, the more you stay out of your routines, the more you feel disconnected. Routines actually connect us to the world, to people around us, to our life. That is why I think routines are very important. And in the beginning, they're gonna be so badly done. I used to like going to the gym a lot. My only gym session since this happened was a 20-minute, did whatever, I don't even remember. I forgot my phone somewhere and then I just got out and came home. It can be broken. It can be broken like that. It's gonna be far from perfect. But just doing those things, just getting outside, they will give you these small feelings of continuous connection to life and maybe accomplishment as well. I think that's one of the reasons I'm doing this video actually, now that I think about it. Maybe I need to feel accomplished. In short, routines will connect you back to life, connects you back to a new life, because after loss, it won't be like before, but those will be, I think, the little lifelines that you start to feel like there still is life happening around us and things didn't stop. There are a couple of other things that I want to mention, but I think they're all connected to each other. I'm gonna just summarize it as this will take time. And we have to accept that it will take time. Feeling shitty is just a part of it. It's a part of the process. Crying is a part of the process. Being happy with friends sometimes is part of the process. Feeling uncalled for anger is a part of the process. Feeling not understood, feeling lonely, but then feeling connected again and feeling lonely again. These are all things that we'll go through in different shapes, in different forms, in different lengths. But I think the biggest thing we can do is keep an open heart. Keep an open mind. Take whatever tiny thing you're getting excited about and just start there and do something, and continue to keep having a lot of compassion for yourself. And I'm saying this to myself just as much as anybody who'll watch this video. Generally, at the end of videos like this, my cat Kurabiye would be coming around and trying to lay on my lap, and I would show her to the camera. All the endings of my videos, sometimes I post them, sometimes I don't, but she's being shown to the camera, so I have a lot of fun moments like that. Yeah, so this time it's a little bit different and I'm working to get used to it, but I'll make sure to share some pictures at the end of this, some clips. Thanks so much for watching.